Hi, I'm Ross Fenimore, Senior Fellowships Officer with Fellowships and Financial Services. There are two central kinds of funding. One is what we call merit-based, and another is need-based. So merit-based is something where you apply either to your academic institution or what we call an extramural agency. Your grant application, your fellowship application is evaluated, and from there they can award you funding. So it's a competitive process, from a pool of students. Need-based aid is more what you know as loans, federal loans, those kinds of programs. There are some merit programs that require you to meet a need-based objective, but for the most part, need-based is the loan side. When it comes to funding for graduate students, there's a difference between doctoral funding and master's funding. Doctoral students take more time, and so there are really different phases for them. One is when they first come to campus, the first couple of years of coursework. After that is when they have a dissertation idea and a committee and they're doing that research. And then the final phase is really when they're starting to finish and they're in that final year. So for doctoral students, they're always looking at a range of eligibility, in multiple years potentially. With master's students, it's always be a little more short term because your time at the university is smaller. So there's a distinction in terms of eligibility principally when you're looking for funding and understanding which place you fall. Talk with your peers. Where they come from, how they get there. Do they have any funding? A lot of times students bring funding with them. Talk to students a couple years above you because they may have applied for funding opportunities. Networking is always first and best because you get a sense immediately what's available in your field. After that, it's embrace the resources you have on campus so you learn what funding opportunities your campus has, what's close to home, what's easy for you to apply for, but don't also forget there are opportunities off of campus, extramural agencies, government agencies, philanthropic that are out there. That's a search process that takes time, so it's not something you do overnight, but you think of it, you learn about it, what are the organizations, and you start to plan over time. For incoming students, first bit of advice, pay attention to your email, your updates from your department. When you get here, there are going to be a lot of orientation activities, different fairs and resources, and you want to attend those. Get a sense of what the campus has to offer. Maybe you come here and you might like to be a teaching assistant. You have opportunities to learn about what that is, what that looks like, how you might look for a position like that. Different resource centers on campus that do fund students or offer opportunities, travel grants. Those are all things that they advertise, particularly in the very beginning. So don't turn down those invites. Go. A lot of times they have free food, so you should say yes. The best way to reach us is through Ask Grad. That's an email address published on our website. It's universal for all questions related to your graduate education, what we can provide, and that'll send it over to the appropriate department, whether it's us or another one. We also have virtual office hours through our office, Fellowships Financial Services, Academic Services as well, where you're welcome to join Tuesdays and Fridays during business hours, and you can speak to a representative about whatever question you may have and how we can best help you.